Well, for the first time since 2019, the Memorial Cup is back and up and running, and it's going to be taking place in St. John's, Newfoundland, as we do a Memorial Cup review. I am Adil Ahmed. I have Thomas Wildman alongside with me, and we're going to do a little preview into the tournament as it starts on June 20th. So we got 4 teams in the tournament, Thomas. We got the Edmonton Oil Kings from the Western Hockey League, we got the Hamilton Bulldogs, and then we also got 2 teams representing the Quebec Major Junior League, which is the Shawinigan Cataracts and the host itself, St. John Sea Dogs. So we're going to start with the Oil Kings. Thomas, what are you liking from the Oil Kings? What do you expect out of them in this tournament? They got a lot of star forwards, power forwards in there, a lot of leaders. What are you expecting out of the Oil Kings?
Yeah, for sure. That pedigree, certainly they have the players that are highly touted prospects. Lots of these players were on the World Juniors team this past January. Unfortunately, that we didn't get to see them there. But this is another great chance for these players to show off. You know, we got Dylan Gunther. He was drafted by the Arizona Coyotes, number 9 last year. We've also got Jake Neighbors, who was a 2020 product. He's going to play for the St. Louis Blues one day. We've also got Caden Gooley, who was a trade, an acquisition the Oil Kings made. He's a really great defenseman. We've also, and Sebastian Cossa, the big man in net. He is a massive, massive goalie, and he plays an insanely good game, a .919 save percentage. He's going to Detroit. He went to Detroit on the draft pick at 15. Unfortunately, the Oilers weren't able to come and grab him. That was a bad day for us. But this team has a really great defensive scheme, but also has a lot of great players that can put the puck in the net. 26 points for Gunther in the playoff round. So just a really strong team with a lot of great players. They've also got some veteran players that haven't been drafted, but have been continue to play well for the Oil Kings. They might have a great career maybe down the line going into university hockey or college.
Of course. Well, of course, the Oil Kings are running after winning the WHL championship against the Seattle Thunderbirds just last week. So let's switch over to the OHL now. We got the Hamilton Bulldogs that's representing that league. They were running hot in their playoffs there in the OHL. Obviously, they just finished as of pretty recent here in 7 games. What are you liking how do you like their chances going into this tournament, as well as they face off against the other 3 teams that are in that tournament?
Well, yeah, for sure. The Bulldogs were hot coming into the playoffs. They were ranked very high, often on the CHL power rankings. And on top of that, going into the playoffs, until the OHL finals, they swept every team they came up against in their conference play. So excellent play from the Bulldogs. They don't have as many highly touted prospects. Of course, they do have the highest rated prospect in terms of his draft order. With Mason McTavish, he went to the Anaheim Ducks, 3rd overall in 2021, and he played exceptionally well. Logan Morrison, though he hasn't been drafted yet, had 39 points in the games that the Bulldogs played in the playoffs. So an exceptional team. The Bulldogs can put that puck in the net. They've got a lot of great skilled players. They've also got Jack-Eye Arbor. He had 16 points as a defenseman. He's a Montreal free agent that they signed in 2021. So a really great team, and just they've shown that they can play well in the playoffs, and they're looking very strong going into the Memorial Cup.
All right, now let's go over to the 2 other teams that are representing the Quebec Major Junior League. We got the hosts, obviously the St. John Sea Dogs. They got knocked out of the first round in that playoffs, but we got the champions of the Quebec Junior League, the Shawinigan Cataracts. Just from those 2 teams alone, just how do you like their chances as well facing off against the other 2 teams that they're going to be facing in this tournament?
Well, Shawinigan certainly has a little bit more. You would like to. They certainly look a little bit better than the St. John Sea Dogs, obviously being the champions. They've got Maverick Bork, who got 25 points, led the Shawinigan Cataracts in their playoff run. There's also not William Dufour, that's the player for the St. John Sea Dogs. Xavier Bourgault, who Oilers fans will know as he was their draft pick last year at 22nd overall. He had 12 goals in the playoff round, so he looked excellent so far. He did really well. And then, of course, the Sea Dogs, they got eliminated, but they got a really great player in William Dufour. He got 116 points in the regular season, and he's going to the New York Islanders. He went 116th overall. But, you know, you just got to – it's going to be interesting to see how these 2 teams look. I think the Quebec Major Junior League was just a little bit weaker than the OHL and the WHL this year.
Certainly. Well, it's going to be an exciting time with those 4 teams in that tournament. We're running a little bit short on time, but quickly before we go, Thomas, your pick for the Memorial Cup. Who is winning it this year?
Well, I'm going to say that I think the Hamilton Bulldogs will end up meeting the Edmonton Oil Kings. I just think the Bulldogs, though, they seem to be able to put that puck in the net, but we'll have to see if Sebastian Cossa and the good defensemen like Caden Gooley will be able to keep their defensive keep the defensive play going in these tight tournament matchups. But I'm going to go with the Bulldogs. I think their offense will get them the championship.
All right, you heard it first here from Mr. Thomas Wildman. We're going to be seeing these teams kick off on June 20th, and the tournament will go all the way until June 29th. That is the Memorial Cup panel with Adil Ahmed and Thomas Wildman. Thanks for watching.